live yet? Yeah, we're live. Hey, everybody. We are here. It's Wednesday. We are live. It's our favorite night of the week. I've been a little MIA lately, so I'm happy to be back, and I'm excited to hang out with my Flippin sisters here and everybody else. Let me turn my phone down here. And tonight we are going to just do a recap review of the last collaboration, the Flippin' Furniture Saturday collaboration. So let's start off with the huge and introduce ourselves. So go ahead, Dar.
Hello, everybody. My name is Dar from DIYs by Dar. I've been doing furniture art for the last 5 years. I do this for peace of mind and distraction, pain control. I have a booth in my local town. I am a brand ambassador for Made by Marley, and I have a couple online stores. That's the story.
And you're sticking to it.
Sticking to it.
Go ahead. I'm Mara from Borderline Furniture. I like all furniture borderline. So if it's looking pretty bad or pretty sad, that makes me pretty happy. I'm glad, you might say. Anyway, I just really like the challenge of taking something that's outdated or ugly and flipping it into something that can be reused and keep it out of the landfill. So, and this is very part-time for me. So I have another full-time job somewhere else, but anytime I can get on the furniture, I'm loving it. And I'm going to turn this over to LaVon.
Okay. Right. I'm LaVon from Statement Designs, and I've had a business for over a decade, and I've been painting furniture for that long. And I used to have a shop, but now I put my furniture in consignment shops, and I do custom work for people. And I'm just finishing up a kitchen, which is my very last kitchen today. And I'm excited about that. And I just do kind of like we were having a discussion offline before we started, but kind of like what Mara was saying, I kind of do what I want now. I like kind of do what I want to do as far as work goes. Kind of eliminating the things that aren't so much fun. And what they always say about never working a day in your life if you do what you love. And that's the truth. If this is retirement, I'm just not going to.
I love that.
For me. I'm a Made by Marley brand ambassador also.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, that's awesome. That's so
Back
good.
to you, Crystal.
Okay, I am Crystal, the Crafty Creech, DIYs and Furniture Flips. I love furniture. That's my favorite. I've been doing it for a long time, like LaVon, over 10 years. I am also a reseller, so I buy things and I sell them. Either I'll repurpose them or updo them, or sometimes I just don't. Sometimes I just give them a cleaning and I just resell them. So I love all the things. I'm kind of like a Jill of all trades, I guess you could say. I like a little bit all the crafty corners of the world. All right. So I guess we'll go ahead and get started. And like I said, we're doing a recap of Saturday's collaboration. I keep wanting to call it a challenge, but it's not a challenge. The collaboration, so that one was hosted by Dawn from Shabby Meets Bling. If you guys remember her, she was on, oops, that's the wrong one there. She was on a few weeks ago now. When she came on and she talked about her business and everything like that. And then I co-hosted that channel, that collaboration, not challenge. So we'll go ahead and start with LaVon here. We got LaVon up first. Here we go.
Aww.
So here's
Beautiful.
Thank you. It was just a cute little dresser to begin with, but it was just like a maple finish. And I kind of got a late start and I wanted to do something. So I had done a dresser with that same decoupage paper years ago. Well, not, well, it hasn't been that many years ago, a couple of years ago.
I think I remember it.
Yeah, it was a bigger dresser and it did sell right away. So I thought, well, I'll do this. But this time I kind of leaned into the purple. And the way the decoupage, like I used buttercream underneath there, and it like almost made the background pink. So when I kept going with those colors, it just became like a little girl's dresser, you know. So when I asked ChatGPT to put it in a vintage girl's room, that is what they came up with. And I couldn't love it more, honestly. I love the staging on that.
Yeah, it's
The
really
boots
good.
just made it.
I know, it's so cute. It's perfect. And I
Well,
got a
thank you.
video too here. Let me make sure it's the right one. So I got 2 videos. Okay, well, go ahead. I don't know if can we talk through it?
Looks like it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the before.
Look how fast
There's
you
all
were.
that buttercream going on. Yes.
No wonder why you get so much done.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And that's just like a faux finish on the top.
Yeah, you have to tell us about that
And
a little bit.
The finish or the patina?
All of it.
The faux finish is just like, I always call it the Morse code method, because you put the first layer down and it's still wet, and then it's a bunch of dots and dashes for your other colors you want to mix in. And then I take a nice wide brush, like a 6-inch wide brush, and just don't overwork it, but just take it back and forth so that the bristles sort of make the grain.
Okay.
And yeah, and then I did use the Dixie Belle's patina spray on the hardware, and I used green.
The Batman hardware. That was
the Batman hardware. Well, after I looked at it, I thought, no, this isn't really Batman, because Batman has kind of up and then it looks like the wings, but this was kind of just kind of fancy, but sort of reminded me of that.
That was a great save on that hardware too, because when I get that hardware, I just put it in a box. And then after I get about, to the box is heavy, I just go down and take it to the Habitat for Humanity, as I don't want to use it. But that gave me a great idea. Now I know I can reuse them and paint them with the patina paint.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can paint them with any paint, really. I mean, I've done pieces where I just paint the hardware, into my background color, and, just wax them and that kind of thing, So,
and that is
sometimes, most of the time I'm like with you, though, I usually discard the Batman hardware, but sometimes, just have to go with it.
Yeah, that really worked, though. That came out really nice.
It did.
I didn't want to drill any new holes either. I just wanted to get going with the project, and that was just kind of the easiest way.
Right. Sometimes that's all you want, is like a really quick, easy DIY. And I do have the playlist linked down below if anybody that is watching hasn't seen the playlist yet. I think there were 7 total participants, so it was a decent sized playlist. So go check that out. And engage, comment, and all the things, because we really appreciate all of that. So did you have like any like issues with it, any troubles or anything, or it's just really just very easy?
It really went pretty easy. My issues were just like me getting the time to do it. It was just like that was it for me. But it was really basically easy. I had it on its back to do the decoupage, and then I left it on its back to do the bottom of it, and really it was pretty simple. So
I love
I just messaged them at the one consignment shop, and You're making me want cake, Gretchen says.
That's
Buttercream frosting. You and me both. We're gonna have to find some good gluten-free buttercream cake somewhere. I would totally go for that. Mine has to be gluten-free anyway. But but yeah. So anyway, I messaged the guy at the consignment shop today, and he said he'll take that piece. So it's going off to the shop. So.
Perfect. So it's gonna go. It's in and out.
Yeah,
it's always nice. Awesome.
Yes.
And then next, I have my project, which was this little bookshelf, and I got this at an auction. There was like a lot of furniture. I paid like $20 for all of the furniture, and I've sold everything. Except for I still had this piece, and it was really bad. Like once I got the paint off, it was really bad. Like it wasn't just like missing veneer. It was like missing underlayment. You've got the wood, then you got the underlayment, and then you got the veneer on top of that. So there was like chunks missing out of it. I was like, man, what do I got myself into?
There's so much you did on that.
I know. Oh, I started this project last summer. Like this one, I started a very long time ago. I think right after Corey came on, and she was talking about doing a unpainting the furniture challenge. I'm like, oh, I'll unpaint this, and then I was like, what's wrong with me?
Yeah, well, why?
This is such a bad idea. So this is like, just the process of getting the paint off was just a nightmare. As you guys know, taking paint off is just certain paints, especially, like I'm sure this was like an oil based or something like that. It was tough to get off, and then there was a couple layers or something.
I saw that thing, and all I could feel was pain for you.
Yeah, it was painful. Every bit of it was painful, but I mean, it was really worth it in the end. And when I did that blend on it, and honestly, you guys, I had no idea what I was doing. I was just doing it. It's like I had like in my head, I wanted like, because I had all that stuff I had to cover up, all those repairs. I had to cover them up somehow. And, because I couldn't stain over the Bondo. I mean, it doesn't look the same as the wood grain. So I'm like, I have to do something. So I started out doing that like vignette around it. And I just kind of started dabbing in the paint colors and removing it. And in my head, it looks exactly how I wanted it to in my head on the sides here. Mm-hmm. So I was very happy with the way this turned out, even though it took me a year. Yeah, it was tough. And then Nathan had to help me cut the wood, because I don't do that table saw thing. I don't mess with the table saw. I like to keep my fingers on my hand. They need to stay there. But yeah, I was pleased with the result. A lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of my sanity went into that one. And then we had a couple of new participants. We had Cheryl participate from Farmhouse Frugally. And just like her name, she is her channel. If you love all that farmhouse stuff, that is what she does the majority of the time. She had this wooden trunk. I think she said it was gifted to her. And it had some pretty severe damage on the top with the watermarks and stuff like that. And I got a good close-up photo from her of that. I don't know. What does that look like to you? Because I've had pieces that look like somebody just set an iron down on it.
Yeah, it looks like to me.
Yeah, it looks like an iron, like the shape of an iron, like, oh, somebody's ironing their clothes and just set it there. That's what it kind of looked like to me. So pretty much all she did was sand away at this baby. She sanded and sanded, and she got this as her end results, which is beautiful. So
Yeah.
very simple, very just elegant. And so, I mean, that's a good thing if you, you know, that's your aesthetic. I like a little bit of everything. So I love that myself. And then we have another new participant, which her channel, her name and her channel is America Creations. And I don't know if you guys have watched her before or seen any of her videos before, or if this was the first time. But she's really talented. She did a video a couple of weeks ago of a drop side table, and it was all Mackenzie's Child inspired, and it was incredible. It was really like Mackenzie would be proud. Like it was. So she had a couple of these footstools here, and she just recovered them, and she sewed all this. So she's got some skills. She did some sewing on this, and they're a little bit different. One's got like more blues to it. One has got more sage greens to it. And all her pieces were like really cohesive, I thought too. She had this little, she did three projects. She had this little shelf, which was cute. Put all the little, what was it? Fabric, I think it was little fabric, which matches the footstools. Yep, it does. So that probably was kind of tedious. She said it was quick and easy in her video. I was like, oh, that looked like it wasn't quick. So I'll just cut out.
She took a paintbrush and painted every single box.
Yeah.
Like, get the sprayer, girl.
Yeah.
The sprayer.
Oh, yeah. And then she must like owls. Owls are cute. And then she did this one, which was a really cool upcycle. It was a clock.
Yes. I thought this was great.
Yeah, I like that too.
Yeah, it was a really cool upcycle. I like how she made the shelf with the dowels, and then she did the decorative trim on the bottom of the dowels. I think it was with air dry clay, if I remember correctly. And then she painted in all those little flowers. Did she paint in those flowers on the back?
Yes.
Yeah, she did. Okay. I am remembering correctly though. So yeah, make sure you guys check out their channels and, you know, subscribe to them and everything. So super amazing. I love this one. I could totally see this one in my house and fill it with junk because I got a lot of junk. On to Dar. Dar, tell us about yours.
This was a 2004 table. So I don't know. Can you consider that vintage?
Vintage, yes.
You know, the nice glass top tables. And when I got the glass out, I found out, of course, that it was not wood. It was laminate over fiberboard. And it must have had some water leak down in there because there was some disintegration in there. So I just used some Star Bond CA glue and let that soak into that spot. And that'll make it really, really hard. And then just put some filler over the top to smooth it out before I painted it.
What kind of glue is that? That CA glue? I don't know what that is. And that's the first time I've seen it used on that type of an application.
Look up Star Bond on Amazon, and they have a lot of different products. Somehow I lost my thicker glue. They have a thin glue, a thicker glue. They actually show where you can put it on wood, like over knots, like you've got a knot that's got a big hole in it, but you want to keep the color of the wood, and you put this over it and just smooth it down and then sand it down, and you can't even tell that there was a hole inside that knot.
Oh, is it kind of sort of like a resin then? Like a...
I think it's glue, like super glue. I can't ever say that word, what CA stands for. Cyano something bio something glue.
Oh, okay.
I know the stuff you spray it with is called the accelerator, that's
Yeah.
what speeds up the process. So maybe it's something with the accelerator. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
they
never.
sell an accelerator.
Okay. Oh, okay. Jeannie says it's a resin. Is it a resin glue or like a fiberglass nail glue? Okay.
No, I think
I
it's
will
like
look
what,
that up.
super glue. It looks like super glue to me.
Okay.
It's like super glue.
Oh,
Which
right
I
here.
have seen that where they have filled in
Here,
spots.
Kat's got it.
Glue.
Kat's got it. She knows what it is.
Thank you,
Ah.
Kat. Kat to
We
the
need
red.
to have her come on and pronounce that for us.
I know.
Acrylate.
Cyanoacrylate. Cyanoacrylate. Cyanoacrylate? Is it like a C or an S? Cyanoacrylate. Whatever. It is. All right. Let's see. I had one that I wanted to put up here. Where did it go?
It's super glue. It's
Okay.
super glue.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a super glue.
Bronny says she refuses to say anything after 1970 is vintage. I reject that reality and choose my own. All right, girl. You go, girl. Yes.
Did you get my bid?
I did. I was just getting ready to pop that bad boy up here. Yes, ma'am. Let me see here. I gotta find it. All right. I love it.
Yes, it's so pretty. It looks so bright beside that chair.
I know. I love that paprika color. I've never painted anything orange in my life.
Yeah, that's Annie Sloan paprika.
Yes.
It looked like a really deep coral to a red color to me. Yeah, I have it at my booth for sale right now. I really do like that triple thick poly, and I know you've been using that lately too, Crystal.
I just bought some more.
I think it's thicker and you don't get those bubbles.
Yeah.
Like with other polys, it just seems to be a bit thicker. And it says you really only need to use one coat, but I always still do two.
Yeah, me too.
Just to make sure.
Right. If it's like on a surface that's going to be used a lot, I'll even do 3, but try using it to decoupage with too. Yeah, it's good to decoupage with too.
Really?
Yeah.
What, with rice paper?
I'll just use it. I've used it with the Made by Marley paper. I've used it with tissue paper. Yeah, I like it with just to decoupage with too. I might even like it better than the Mod Podge. So it's good. Or the Mint by Michelle paper. I think that's you have to use. You're not supposed to use Mod Podge with that one. So that's a good one to use with the Mint by Michelle paper too. So, but yeah, and I really want to try this reverse decoupage stuff. I've seen you and Levon do it, and I need to try it. I need to find something with glass.
Yeah. You should talk about that process, because in my mind, whenever Mod Podge glue dries on glass, it's cloudy. And you use that to do
Yeah.
that. I, for the life of me, can't understand how it's so clear and clean.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we can pick Levon's brain on this one too. For a long time, I've really overpasted things. And when I would take that straight edge and when I would, pull it across, I've got a lot of paste, squishing out each side. So I've
Yeah.
tried to cut down the amount of paste. And when you're on a slick surface like that, like glass, or like a mirror, I don't think you need half as much. I don't know with your experience, Levon, how much paste you use, like on a mirror or glass. You use less.
No, I agree. And yes, definitely, because you don't want it like going out over the edges, because then you will see it. But I put it like not on the glass itself, but I put it on the paper and then just very carefully smooth it down. It's a different process, I guess, than regular decoupage, because with regular decoupage, you have to put that layer on top of it so that it's smooth. But when you put it under glass, it's already smooth. So you're just making sure that it's smooth. So you're basically just gluing it on when you do reverse decoupage. But the trick is to just remember which side to put the glue on, because you're in such a habit of putting it on the wrong side that,
Yes.
with this, you have to put it on the right side. But
Right.
I've never had any problem with, with Mod Podge drying cloudy with that, regard. But yeah, if you were to put it all over the glass itself, I think you would get it cloudy.
So you just put your paste or whatever you're using right on the piece of paper, then put it on the glass? Or have you done it both ways?
Yeah.
Well, Kat says
No, I really just always put it on the paper.
Okay.
I put mine right on the glass, and I didn't have any whiteness. Well, the paper was white, not that I could see. I had white paper on there. There could have been. I didn't see any.
Yeah. Kat said she put it on the glass.
No, like I know some of you are saying you put. Yeah, and I think of that part of that depends.
We got a Levon freezing on us.
Yeah, she did.
Well, Bronnie agrees with Levon on the putting it on the paper, not the glass. And if you fussy cut like I do, clean up with water on a cotton bud, and when it is dry, so it doesn't leave a halo. That makes sense. And Kat says she uses Aleene's glue, and that will not leave any whiteness. I think it really depends on what you're doing, because I had that whole glass top that I wanted to hit. And by the time I would have gotten all that paste on the top of that paper, I thought, why not just put it on top of the glass? I'm just going to use less and go from there.
Yeah.
And did you seal the back of that as well with something?
I did. I put a heavy coat of Mod Podge on that, so it would be sealed.
Yeah.
As well as on the bottom. Then I still put top coat over the heavy Mod Podge. There I go, Mod Podge.
I know, I do it too.
Coat on the bottom, so that bottom, when I leave it with instructions for somebody that buys it, I just tell them to just wipe it with a damp rag to clean it. And that should get, anything off of it.
Yeah. Well, that's good, because that's something I was Same thing as Mara. I was always wondering, like, well, wouldn't it get cloudy? Like, because it's cloudy.
Yeah.
Put it on there.
Yeah, Dee, that's what I did. But the paper was white. I don't know if it would have been any different with a dark piece of decoupage paper, but I put it on pretty thin, and it seemed to work out okay.
Well, I see that Kat says she uses Aleene's, and Aleene's is a super thick. It's like thick and quick. Have you guys ever used it?
I've used it. Yeah, it is very thick. I usually water it down. Because it is so thick. Like I'll water Mod Podge down. Am I saying it right?
Mod Podge, yes.
I water it down too.
Like Mod. What is that? The Mod Squad.
Mod Pod Squad.
Yeah, Mod Squad Podge.
Well, Crystal, you probably don't remember, but there used to be the Mod Squad or something. It was a TV show in the 70s, early 70s. I think they were ridiculous.
I don't.
Hey, they want to know if you're torturing the toy carrier again.
Oh my gosh, she's down here just trying to get attention. My husband had her outside, and somehow she got in the house. So she's giving me an earful down here.
Are you unfroze? You look like you're unfroze, Lavon.
I came back on my phone, so
okay.
I don't know what the scoop is with my computer, but every now and then it'll say that StreamYard is not responding. So I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. Too much Mod Podge and globs. Where's my Harry Potter award? Globs. I keep wanting to say globes.
Yeah,
globs.
I was wondering that.
And air bubbles are more evident in reverse decoupage if you don't press all the areas down properly. Okay. Thank you. That makes sense.
I mean, Bronnie, when I first started doing it, like I said, I was an over paster. A little's good, so more's got to be a lot better, right? And I would actually have, when it would dry, ridges of paste going down my whole piece.
Yeah.
So, I need to use that straight edge for me to get that paste out of there. Even though, Lyle says, put it down, leave it alone. Well, if you're an over paster, you really can't. You need to get the paste out of there.
I have noticed that particularly with Lel's paper that it will flatten out for the most part, once it dries. Like if it looks like it has wrinkles in it, it usually does flatten out. So I didn't notice that. So, because sometimes I'm like, oh, it's so wrinkly, but then it gets better. So, like, all right, I'm good. I'm all good. So then we've got Mara's piece here, which Mara, I always struggle with these blonde furniture MCM pieces. So tell us about this one.
Okay, well, this one I found at an estate sale. It was the last day, and I literally walked by it because there was so much junk piled on top of it, the big one. And it was in the garage, and it must have been there for a while. Because when I got it to the car, when I got it home, I pulled all the drawers out. We loaded it in the back of the truck, and I noticed the sides of it, they were particle board, and they were like curled up. I didn't notice that the whole time. We loaded it and everything. Yeah. And I got it home, and it was heavy. It was very heavy. So the bottom piece on that is it's like an oak or something, right? The sides were, you could see it as I picked it apart in the video on the first, 30 seconds. It was this really thick, really chunky MDF, which is really odd for I could be wrong, but in what I've seen, it seems like it's really odd for that time period, which I'm guessing is like 60s, 70s. It's one of those Owasso pieces.
Uh-huh.
I just thought it was so weird to see particle board that looked like that. Anyway,
Yeah.
and then because it had been sitting in the garage, some of the drawers were warped. I don't know if it was from the cold or the heat. I'm still dealing with some of that. I'm trying to figure that one out.
Yeah. Yeah. How much did you pay for it?
So the a little side table, it was buried in another room that had so much fabric. It was just fabric everywhere. The person moved the sew, and it was also covered up. And I was like, "Hey, wait a minute!" When I picked that, I told them I would take the dresser, and it was, I think, $30.
Okay.
And the little side table they had marked for $40. I don't quite understand that, but maybe they do. Anyway, they knew something I didn't, and so I got them for half off. And so the 15 for the big dresser, I think, is what I paid, and then 20 for the small one.
Okay, so not bad. You're only in $35. That's not terrible for a set.
At least I hope I got it on sale, because if I didn't, then I think I overpaid. Anyway, so yeah, that hardware was just the nastiest. It was pushed in. It was cheap. But my original idea was this sort of this metal. I wanted to do a real industrial sort of look on it. So I'm still debating on whether I want to paint it again.
Okay.
But you guys will see this next week, because this piece is the one I want to talk about. How, when you're doing a furniture flip, how we spend time, try to organize things so that they have a flow. Like, you can't wax something first if you're going to seal it. Well, I say that. I think if you have a longer dry time, you probably could.
Yeah. Because I've done it just because I'm a rebel.
Yes, if you have a deadline, you obviously, you've got to plan those things out. So sometimes you may have to do, a poly coat, or anyway. So those are things that I'm going to address next week. So I didn't send a video in because I didn't want people to be bored with seeing the same thing again. But this is the one that I wanted to use as an example of when we're flipping furniture. It's really imperative that we think ahead, we plan ahead, and we try to meet our deadlines as well. And some things just do have to go in order. So that's what I'm thinking about next week. And hopefully that'll help somebody out thinking out there, like,
yes,
what do next?
Right. Oh yeah, you can't really put the cart before the horse.
Yes.
You gotta you have to have a system or something like that. I mean, I've put the cart before the horse many times, and thankfully it's always worked out. But
I think one of my worst ones was I painted it and I thought it was dry, and I sealed it, and that did not go well. Did not go well.
Yeah. Yeah, reaction or happen, or like you think your paint is dry, and then you go to put a second coat on there and it wasn't dry, and then you get, your layer underneath the layer you're putting on kind of smudges. It's frustrating.
And maybe we'll call this the cutting corners nightmare.
Good one.
Nightmare.
Yes. Very good. Yeah, I'll still probably cut corners, but it's okay.
I'm sure I will too.
We all do it.
Like, is this a good idea? Probably not.
Yeah.
Do it anyways.
Oh, Bronnie, yeah, you're making me laugh over here. Deadline. Yep.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you've done that one. Yeah.
We have got some challenges coming up. They are this one right here. This one. You want to tell us about that one, Lavon?
Sure. So to celebrate, and I've been practicing this, let me see if I can say it, this semi-quincentennial.
Oh, the semi-quincentennial.
I did it. So America's 250th birthday, in other words, we'd like to celebrate by hosting a thrift flip challenge. And it's just whatever you want to flip, just a thrift store item for home decor. And you can do one or you can do more. But that's it. Just
You could do one or you could do 150 or 250.
250, yes.
Wow.
Celebrate the birthday.
Does it have to be like red, white, and blue, or is there a specific theme? Like, are we trying to theme it up to?
Well, I would say yes, kind of, or something that, speaks to the, I'm going to say it again, semi-quincentennial. I'm just showing off now. I really practiced that for a while.
Okay, so something kind of 4th of July-y.
Yeah.
That just gave me an idea. I think I'm going to look for a cake pan. And then I saw this thing where you could make like firecrackers or whatever. And that could be like the candles on the cake, right? TNT.
Cool.
Maybe not.
Oh, okay. Well, you got your juices flowing. That's good.
Yeah.
Then we have this one here. If you want to tell us about that one, Levon, too.
Well, sure. That was kind of inspired by Dar's layered stencil idea. So it's just that. If you want to refer back to last week's Flippin' Bunch, where we discussed layered stencils, it's a furniture flip challenge, and you have to layer up the stencils. That's it.
That's easy.
Yeah, layer them any way you want. That show last week, which, geez, we had 177 views on that. Way to go.
Nice.
Mainly was talking about MCM furniture flat and just using 1, 2, or 3 stencils and trying to make it look more professional for selling. But you do your stencils any way you want, because if I had to do my stencils all like that whole presentation, I think I'd get really, really bored.
Yeah.
It would suffocate my creativity.
Right.
Well, you said we had over 170 views on last week's video. I would just ask, if you're watching and you're new to our channel or our Facebook page, if you would subscribe to our Flippin' Bunch channel. We would just love you for that, and we can reach more people that way.
Yes, absolutely. And follow us on Facebook as well, too. That would be great. And then we have another one here, and this one is hosted by me and Dar, DIYs by Dar. And this is Let Your Flowers Grow, Anything Goes. That was.
Do we have to sing?
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I don't know why I did that. Okay. Anyways, this is a furniture flipping challenge. This is the next unique antique challenge, and it doesn't have to be flowers. Just do what you do. Creator's choice. The sky is the limit. You have no theme, no prompt. Just do what makes you happy.
Just got to be a piece of furniture.
Yep. Let your flowers grow. Let them bloom into creativity. Oh, that was good. I just thought of that. That was good. And then we have this right here. Don't forget to vote.
That's right.
Yep, I voted already. Don't forget.
I tried voting a while ago, and it said I have to wait for 3 hours, so it should be about time. You guys have been
so wonderful. I have to say that there is going to be a second round and a third round. And I just was thinking about what Mara said. She didn't want to use the same picture all the time. I'm going to have to change that picture, because who wants to look at that for the next month. The same.
No, it's a good picture.
But
Yeah, and it's recognition too. I mean, those that, I mean, we know you, we'd recognize you anyway, but if you have some new fans, they might, need to recognize you easily.
Tomorrow's the last day, and I think I've made the first cut. So what they do is they cut that down to the top 20 people in each group. And they must have a special furniture group. I know Glenda Mason is also participating in that, and I think she will make the cut as well. But I'm holding that forth, so I think that I should be able to make the 20. And then I think as they go on with the next one, maybe they just take the top 10. And then for the final, there's probably only going to be 5 from the group going. And then all the groups are going to be competing against each other. And the difficult part about that is you can't really see what other people are making. You don't know what you're up against, and you don't really know how many people are in your group until after tomorrow. I'll know that there will be 20 people in my group.
Yeah. That's kind of weird how they set it up that way.
Yeah, and they don't tell you that you have to have a YouTube or a Facebook channel to verify your vote, because it makes you go and verify. And then I've had my family members, when you first get on that page, when you click vote, you think you voted, but actually you got to scroll all the way to the bottom where it says free vote or whatever that is. So yeah. And Bronnie, like she just said here, she is sharing votes between myself and Glenda, because you can only vote for one artist every 24 hours. That's it.
Yeah.
I would think that they would have better luck if they put all the artists up so you could take a look at
who you wanted to vote for.
Right.
Whatever.
Maybe they will when they get down to the final, maybe.
Yeah. Maybe.
So do you send your stuff like at a certain point in time? You haven't already sent it, right?
No.
Only if you qualify.
If I mean, what I'm reading, it sounds like you have to send your furniture there.
Oh, wow.
So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that. We were talking about Levon taking her van.
Road trip.
And if you take your furniture there, I mean, what if you sold it already?
No, I haven't.
Oh,
I haven't. The only one that would be bad is if, I think that you probably can take it there and put some prices on it. And I'm sure that they take a certain amount of money as a consignment piece.
Yeah.
And since, Johnny Depp, he's big. He sold his pieces in the millions.
Wow.
I would think that the price dollar amount would be a lot more there that I would be thrilled with. And having a spread in their national magazine or world magazine, I'm not really sure, would be great. But then there was also a person that did not want to participate. Levon sent me a little picture of a person's furniture, and she had left a long comment about how she pulled herself out of the competition because she did not like the way that the voting was. And were there other reasons, Levon? I can't remember that she had for that.
I didn't read the whole thing, to be honest with you. I just saw the first part of it, and I thought, I should send this to Dar. So I didn't read the whole thing.
But, it was furniture, so that's in my group. Woo! Good for you.
So one less person.
Yeah.
But you can donate to their organization. It is a nonprofit charitable organization. So the money does go for good causes, which I may take a look at participating in some of that down the road here, because you just become a member of their organization as an artist, and there is some need in your community, whether it be veterans, children, nursing homes, someplace that would benefit from art and making them feel better, have a better attitude. You send them what your plan is, and they will send you money to buy the supplies to carry out that craft or project that you are going to do with your community. So being a charitable organization, them getting donations, I think it's great, but there is going to be a skew. I mean, people that really want to be that winner, that have a lot of money, they're going to drop $500 in there,
Right. Yeah, I know. Yep, that's what Gretchen said too. I agree with the extra votes. If you donate is a bit iffy, but it is being charitable is better. So
yeah, I had to really look at that before I decided to participate in it. And I would never win anyway. So it's just kind of fun to go along and do it and just give myself some promo out there.
I know.
yeah,
The positive attitude.
It's really there. Oh.
Well, if anything, you get, like you said, you're getting the promo. You're getting it's free, like
publicity. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I already have in my mind what I'm going to say when I meet him. It is such an honor to meet you, Mr. Depp.
This is my friend Levon.
Yes, this is my friend Levon.
And this is Crystal.
Because I have to hold her hand if she goes.
I don't like to fly at all. The last time I flew into Phoenix, Arizona in a thunderstorm and lightning hit the wing. So,
oh, geez.
Yuck.
I was looking for the gremlin out there ripping the engine off the plane. If any of you have ever seen that movie.
Oh,
yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I like that was I think they came out when I was born. 1985, didn't it? The first Gremlins?
You young.
I don't know.
They had it on
I don't know. It's been so many
Twilight
years since that
Zone.
came out. I can't remember anymore.
On Twilight Zone, I think they redid it. It was where I saw that one.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's the one. It was like real serious. Twilight Zone was always really serious, but that character that was outside the plane was kind of funny, if you ask me.
Yes.
We'll have to find a clip because that was pretty good.
I think that once I'm there, I would be able to probably sell that there. And they would be more than happy to take the commission, which is probably going to be about 30% of the price. So they would probably guide me in where they think that I should price it at, because that's in LA, like right in downtown LA, a gallery. And the more money that they tell me to price it up at, the bigger profit that they will make for their organization.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And Bronny says you need to talk like a pirate, Captain Jack Sparrow.
I should.
I would be like, Johnny Depp, I know you from that court movie where like you and that actress Amber Heard were like, what, acting in
oh man
life.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That was such a drama.
We were living over in Virginia when that was all going on. I wanted to go so bad. I did. I wanted to go. We did.
I listened to that case every day, all day long. It really made me angry. Me angry.
Yeah.
And he did very well. That's why he won.
Yeah, he's the better actor.
She was something. I listened to all the tapes from them talking. How she treated him was terrible.
Right.
I heard enough to know that I'm glad I'm not in that arena. How sad. you know.
Yes, I keep putting the wrong one up there.
Anyway, we're not here to talk about that behavior. We're here to talk about this behavior. So
Every time, well, I know. I just have to say one more thing about it.
what one more thing that like what Kat already said? Can't top that.
No, it's something like that. It's
go ahead.
well, every time we see her on a movie, like, you know, because my husband and I watch movies all the time. That's what we kind of do to relax. When she's acting in a movie, we're like, "Oh, is that Amber Turd?"
She'll never live that down.
Yeah, she made her own name. She made her own name.
Yeah, she in her bed and
well, there for a while they had shirts that were called Grumpy, because that's what Johnny called it. She did a grumpy in his bed. A grumpy.
Oh yes.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
Australia booted their dogs out and they illegally bought in while filming on the Gold Coast.
Yeah. Yep. That was all Mrs. Grumpy that did that one. We had to have them dogs there, and she pushed Johnny to go along with what she said, and they brought him in, and we're not supposed to because they can bring things into Australia. And she got taken to court over that. They both did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 21 Jump Street. That's an old one. I've seen a couple episodes.
You need to get that word out. I almost heard what you said.
What did I?
21 dumpster.
I don't know why my brain and my mouth never match up. It's so bad. Like,
oh no.
Oh.
If I said it, I didn't even know I said it.
Yeah. If I won and I went to see him, yes, I saw you on 21 Street. I'd mess it up.
Oh.
I'm sure he would have thought that was just a stab at, Amber Turd over there. So,
oh my goodness. What a mess.
Oh God, you guys!
Now, if you guys haven't watched the movie yet, Dracula, the love tale, I've been telling you about that. That's who I kind of fashioned my Vlad table after. You need to watch that movie. It's out on pay-per-view now. It is awesome. I just watched Dog Man with the. Yeah, I do. I have a wanna pee. I just watched Dog Man with Caleb Landry Jones, and it's the same actor that plays in the Dracula: A Love Tale. And my daughter-in-law, because I rented it when I was babysitting that Saturday, and actually my ex actually sat and watched it. Well, I told her to watch it because I purchased it. It's an older movie, but it's the same director that did Dracula: A Love Story, Luc Besson. And my daughter-in-law, she watched it, and I said, I want you to give me a report on what you thought since I forced you to watch that movie. And she said it was really a good movie. I cannot believe what a good actor that guy is. And when he did that one, he rode around in a wheelchair for 2 months, like when they did the script, back and forth to the hotel where he stayed, because the guy's like disabled. So he had to really know what it felt like to be stuck in a wheelchair.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
He's awesome. But watch Dracula, and then you're going to say, I want to watch Dog Man now.
Yes, I keep checking to see when it goes free on my streaming services.
Yeah, I had to pay $3.99 for Dog Man.
Yeah.
So it's not quite free yet.
Yeah. I might just rent it. I don't know. We'll see.
But see, he reminds me a lot of Johnny Depp because he's so versatile. His acting and the different characters that he plays.
Yeah. I know. I like Johnny Depp. Although he plays all those fun characters, so I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
All right. So
Well, I'm gonna add to that they ruined the last of the Harry Potter series when they took him out. It just ruined it. You know?
Yeah, it tanked. It tanked after that.
Yeah.
But he's going to be in Pirate 6. They offered him $301 million, but I'm not sure about the alpacas. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that was in the court case. They asked him, "You will never do another movie for Disney," and he said, "Nope, not for $300 million and 1,000 alpacas or something like that." So they offered him $301 million.
Okay. Well, all right. There you go. At least, he's staying true to his word. Oh. All right. So let me throw up these banners here.
Don't throw up.
Oh, did I do it again? My word vomiting or whatever it's called. All right. If you guys want to send us any pictures or what am I trying to say? Pictures, or if you want to be a guest, or you have any questions for us, you can email us right there at that Gmail right there, flippinbunch@gmail.com. Or if you want to be notified every Wednesday right before we go live, our lovely LaVon will send you this text message.
Also, if you have an idea for a show,
yes,
you could send us that.
I got to show this one from Jeannie. Where to go.
All right, let's get the comments up here. Yeah.
The company that's running this is a for-profit company. They run the fundraiser for the charity. She Googled it. Thank you, Jeannie.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes.
I was kind of thinking that when I saw the paper vote.
Yeah. Oh, and then Bronny said she'll post some pics of my spindle tassels. A LaVon. Ooh, Bronny did some spindle tassels.
I would like to see that.
Yes. Well, maybe we'll share them next week if you're okay with it. You would like
All
to.
right. We want to know what movie you hated, Jeannie.
What movie was it?
It was one that scared her to death. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, it couldn't have been Dracula Love Story because that's pretty hot and heavy.
Oh. All right. Well, we have made it to our hour. We're over, but that's okay because we was having fun, right?
Right. Our bewitching hour.
Yes. We was having a good time. All right. And we'll see you all next. Well, I won't be here, but everyone, they'll see you next week.
Yeah. Somebody's going to see you next week.
Yeah.
I'll be here with bells on or something.
Yes.
Bells. Better be.
See you guys next week.
We love you guys.
Yep. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, wait, really quick. I gotta show this. My hubby calls Alien versus Predator a love story, Bronny says.
Mine does too.
That's so silly. All right, bye, guys. Bye.
You're so